I don't want to be peeking that, and Leo spams straight through, connects towards Jorgamo.
Catch for Ethan. Swinging out here. Boaster unnoted. Will find two with the stinger. It's just Boostio left. Sheriff in hand. Spammed out Durka. Will find the last. Back-to-back Prime Gaming flawlesses here.
Oh, this is a message. You thought that you could take Fnatic in a final. Really? In this form. Flawless round after flawless round now. Getting just weird enough to keep our attention drawn, but there has to be more to this now. This first buy coming in from the bonus for Fnatic. It has to do a lot to really get me on board.
See now if there's anything cooked up behind this. What the focal point of this composition is for EG. The first buy round coming through. 3 for Fnatic over towards B. Flash will catch. Durka, decent progress towards the showstopper already.
Very
and one
nice.
away now with that orb being retrieved.
3-play stack. Here on. Towards Hookah. Jorgamo got to play this right. Boostio with the burst coming out from Longbow. Going to take down Durka, but there's still 2 here. Not going to find the range to really bring much in. Boaster did have that Bulldog, so still able to do a bit of chip damage on the way. 4v2 now. Still holding a bit of space for that late TP taken. Target found. Target put down. Just Alpha left in a 1v4.
Bulldog in hand. Tries to catch it, but Demon 1 slips out of Hookah already. Ethan being the easy one at 37 HP, but Alpha stuck inside this smoke right now. I think just trying to bait out a peek here. No attempt really to go for any sort of retake. So time ticks away. CG will answer back early. Can they keep 4 rifles though? Does Alpha catch anybody on the retreat here? He does. Lucio will respond, so still 3.
Not the worst.
No, the opportunity obviously for Demon 1 to play out with a Pocket Guardian effectively.
He's quite good with that weapon too.
Yeah. He does
Kinda
lean
suits
to,
him.
he leans towards it a lot, yeah. Even when he's got a Vandal, he's trying to tap it out.
Yeah. Okay, but now we're going to see the kind of full force a little more. Boaster could be still on that Bulldog, but again, they have that showstopper. Really early work from Durka was massive.
And this is a round I'm looking towards because I was talking about Fnatic's overall approach to countering double controller setups, basically, to address default Viper walls. And this is another map where they demonstrate it, with Alpha heavily anchoring with his utility.
Blinded.
Basically a carbon copy of Split.
Yeah.
Sets in motion so many options, so many possibilities for defensive switch-ups.
First real look towards it as well in this round, but no follow-up off the back. Camera tucked in towards the corner. They can confirm that no one's drifted any further up. But it did pull Durka over, surprisingly. But again, it's a short rotate. Not like they're springboarding in towards that B site off of that one Lear.
The problem being, with this deep trip in showers, Fnatic don't really feel an awful lot of pressure in terms of forcing a rotation. Unless Leo or Boaster get caught.
Shell will make him a little uncomfortable, allows him a little bit of a step forward. Boaster looking a bit overwhelmed here. Durka's going to post the showstopper, but EG clearing up the site. Boaster and Durka go down. Yeah, Demon 1's barely breathing, but he'll be fine. On to Chronicle, Alpha and Leo. That should be the plant in. Tom's going to get a little uncomfortable in that. Probably should back away from it. There we go.
Conscious there that Leo's going for the spam through the wall.
Oh!
Speaking of spam through wall, Jorgamo will fall.
Yeah, Boostio's got to be careful because look at Chronicle slip further ahead. And now Alpha's got his attention. Nice isolation, but Chronicle was ahead. And now down to a 2v3. The HP becomes a factor. Comms down to 22. Demon 1, 57. Flash still for Ethan. The Molly should be there. Keeps him secure for a couple more seconds. The time beginning to tick. And Demon 1 takes Chronicle away. And Leo's best opportunity is just to back away and keep that rifle.
A nice cleanup here by EG. I'm sure if Boostio actually had a dismiss to pull away, but he's caught off guard by the second swing. Didn't know Chronicle actually repositioning behind that cage. Early on, EG will tie things up though. D1 baits out perfectly here with the TP as well. Showstopper amounts to nothing. Does have the ultimate online already.
I quite like this. I mean, you've now been given such a weird situation against you, right? The new conundrum of how do we face this? Because traditionally, we're probably not used to this, right, if you're Fnatic. So
Sure.
maybe just an early check-in.
I think as well, Mimi touches on something that EG have demonstrated the ability to really, really harness in terms of their playstyle, which is tiny little utility synergies around, obviously here, the Leer of Boostio, the flash from Ethan to set things up, but this isn't an exec-heavy composition. So you're looking for value from the default of EG, which would require Fnatic actually being the ones to go exploring, which doesn't happen often with this Cypher composition.
No, it doesn't.
The same sort of objectives for me, though. EG need to go and address its utility. They can't allow Fnatic to sit back in these very, very comfortable holds.
Because you started asking the question, right? When do they start pulling Chronicle even earlier away, right? If they feel that confident and comfortable in the setups, they aren't being cleared, they can keep that player present that little bit longer, a little bit later on the rotation. Now, yes, EG actually won that round without the setup being tested, but still, you'd like to see that protocols addressed early on, so it's fresh in the minds of EG here.
Sure, and that's because it was so apparent on Split. And we saw just how many different little looks that Fnatic had in terms of trap plays, in terms of set pieces for aggression. We'll have to keep our eyes on that. Shaky purchase here. A Guardian and a Spectre for Fnatic, and Durka punished off the rip.
Does Demon 1 win this fight? Yeah, he does!
Yeah, he does.
Takes out, they've won 2 massive fights on either side of the map.
This is exactly the opening you want to see with this composition from EG. A pick on both sides here. Weakening the numbers of Fnatic.
Boaster, he's not really equipped for that. TP, away we go. Now, Leo did early rotate, so he's already got himself back towards that B site. See a little bit of hesitation on Boaster, doesn't want to overcommit here. But the smoke's going up, should really solidify this, and Leo's going to hear a whole lot of presence. 2 flashes, still got the dog. With the plant down and 5 standing. So much to overcome.
Look at Com. Com is so disconnected from this. Probably got a geeky lineup from downtown for this sort of plant on B. Fnatic will give it up. Leo, yeah, considering maybe dipping his toes, but like I said, a shaky purchase here. Boaster will get an upgrade from a Spectre to a Guardian. Feeling like they come away from that the best possible outcome. But yeah, just to come back to that point, this is exactly the opening that EG, I feel, are going to look for.
God, so and the mentality of we have to be quite confident, brawly, go for those opening picks. It's so hard to do that against 2 maps against you. When it's 1, you still have that map to play with, but when the best of 5, you've got 2 maps down. It depends a lot on confidence, so it's very, I mean, impressive and scary there, depending on this now. It's working.
Taking the lead early on. The other things you really question with compositions like this, I mean, obviously, Scrimbucks tell us that EG have been on fire, but testing it here versus one of the teams that, in my eyes, is the most versatile in terms of reacting to enemy prep, something that a team would bring out in this sort of situation.
Yeah, they're so able to play against any of those one-dimensional looks. Now, this round should pose less of a threat, but they have brought up a little around this. Rifle with Alpha. Leo still with his. You've got that Guardian in the hands of Durka. Judge with Chronicle. There should be a plant here. I don't think anyone's going to be able to deny that. Oh, wow, Alpha. Did you see a pixel on that?
Yeah.
And Alpha brought down to 5 HP. He's actually lucky to be breathing. Chronicle flash turn, but he takes one with him. A second, no! Ethan overwhelms, and now it's getting dicey. 4v2, Ethan and Demon 1. Tested on all accounts. Fnatic starting to look very, very dangerous here. Going to deal with the first challenge. That's going to be Alpha. A little bit of a labored spray, but Ethan's still alive. He's got 3 targets to find. A little bit of an overinvest, but it's enough to get him to his knees. The fuse is there. And it got shaky, it got messy. But Fnatic were up to the task that time.
Like I said, this was on the back of a couple of weapons saved coming through. Minimal investment around it, but Orbital Strike committed just to stop this early momentum of EG.
I don't know if he even saw it.
I don't even think he saw anything.
Okay.
Oh, nice. It's another wallbang, similar to the pistol. A bit of a pace change here from EG to maybe catch Fnatic off guard. Tour de Force online. I haven't said that in a while.
You want to play? Let's
Popped
play.
off
There
the
it
rip.
is. And it looks like pace is once again the name of the game. Demon 1 going quick to this, and they are investing everything. Chorgamo lets rip, but it's Boaster to trade out. Trying to quell this aggression, but Boostio's still ahead of this. Boaster on the side, Chronicle on the way. They still didn't check out Boaster. They still didn't clear him from that corner. He's got away with daylight robbery. Come on! How did you snap to Chronicle like that? And Alpha left reeling off the back, barely able to even rotate in time to get here by the time the plant's gone down. But that Vandal looks deadly in his hands. Gonna find one. How do you try and dig these players out, though? Demon 1's waiting. Com sits real deep. Gonna make this hard work for him.
Demon 1 actually gives up the angle here, so Alpha given a little bit of room to move whilst they stack up once again. Demon 1 with the timing to catch Alpha.
A lot of respect to Alpha there, though. They weren't messing around with him at all.
Waiting for Com to rotate all the way back through and regroup. EG doubling down on that pace change from the previous round towards A. Jorgamo is through hookah so fast. What?
Oh, wow. It comes late here.
Yeah, disgusting.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Boaster unnoted once again on this position.
Yeah.
Just outside the window. I'm a little surprised to see that, actually. A couple of frustrated faces on the side of Fnatic.
I mean, losing to a comp like this does
Yeah,
feel
it does, yeah.
a little bizarre, right? Like, it definitely puts you into a different position where you have to think on your feet. Something we credit Fnatic for a great deal, though.
Absolutely.
Is their capability to do that. Finally, a bit of a test towards A early on here. Shower presence coming in. A little bit of a change up on those traps, though. Jorgamo should be able to note most of these coming in anyway. And the site's theirs, but do they clear meticulously? Not clearly enough. Alpha from the back lines, they didn't note Chronicle either. They've got a lot of presence to try and get past, even on the shaky buy. Chronicle going to be forced further forward. He will die for this, but he took one with him.
It's huge to trade out there. Ethan trying to backfill this space now. Alpha, I don't think he will note the second player here.
Oh.
Boostio, he didn't see either.
Wait, Boostio's cooking up something here. Oh, he's going ridiculously too deep, but Demon 1 up for the trade. Look at Durka! Oh, he's got the moves! Durka dodges everything! And denies EG around. There's no gap to be had, it's 4 apiece.
Durka slips into bullet time somehow there, avoiding everything from Demon 1. What the hell was that?
Yeah, Boostio went absolutely off the script. And then God bless Demon 1 for trying. Look at this, how?
That is ridiculous from Durka. But on the back of that, it's Fnatic to call a timeout once again.
Oh,
We heard from Mini earlier,
Yeah.
hinting at maybe wanted to clear comms up a little bit. With this comp, you've got to argue that it's maybe a little chaotic in there.
But it does give EG the opportunity to
It
talk
does,
as well,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that to me is, it's such a double-edged sword because, I mean, I wouldn't say EG are super like solidified yet. Yeah, they had a nice little run of rounds, but the last couple, Fnatic have been tipping the scales.
How many times do you catch Fnatic off guard, though? Again, we were just talking about this Boaster being one of the best, you know, problem solvers on the fly in terms of what he brings to the table as an IGL. I mean, this guy is forged through failure to get to the point where he is now. See if there's going to be any huge adjustment in terms of the game plan here for Fnatic. Ult's coming online now. Showstopper, Orbital Strike.
Yep.
One off the Seekers. And the pit available for Chronicle as well. So maybe going to see a defensive setup.
Boostio on the operator.
That's a weird one.
Yep.
Seen him do it obviously on the Killjoy as well, but let's try and make it work here on the Reyna.
Demon 1. Backfilling the timing on this quite perfectly.
And that trip's not there this time.
No, they adjust it in the last round as well. Giving a little bit more freedom. Does he catch the timing right? He's going to know Alpha's there as well.
Big
Demon
kill.
1 threading the needle so perfectly.
Yeah, Durka's here nice and early, but removes one of the heavy anchors for Fnatic. What else can Demon 1 find here?
Oh,
That's Alpha.
God!
He's so crisp.
Oh, the
Oh.
mouse will jump. Devastating for him. Durka probably had him dead anyway, if I'm honest, but they've drawn over 2 players just to deal with Demon 1.
Hey, what
so
is
it's
this
left
ping?
Leo.
They pinged that position. They commit the pace out towards it. The awareness is insane from EG.
Super heads up work from them. HO doesn't quite reach over. So they'll be in this post plant 4 now, standing pretty healthily. So Fnatic don't have option here. Time to back away. That was a round. That was a Demon 1 round.
I want to know why that ping is there. I don't know if Leo's maybe spotted.
Been seen, a barrel, I
His
don't know.
rifle sticks out or something, but with the commitment of the paint show on the back of it, that is mad. I'd love to be able to see who that is because that's key information.
Yeah.
Leo tucks into a position to
Said he could have been good for 1 there.
potentially 2.
Yeah, it's Leo.
If they don't clear that and go for the plant, potentially. I mean, because they must assume they pulled the rotation with Demon 1 finding so much value
Yep.
through showers. I said removing 1 heavy anchor, but then removing the second as well.
But we talk about spiral rounds, those kind of like momentum builders, the snowball rounds. Fnatic have one in hand here. Almost every single O, and just watching this back is just...
I can't lose.
That's allowed.
I mean, it was before that though. They
It was pinged when Hooker was still smoked.
Yeah. So how the hell did they...
Regardless,
Made
I'm
by the checklist,
impressed.
yeah.
I'm impressed.
Wingman's out with the trophy. Off we go. Pacey. They want to find the fight there. The flash through is great, though. It gives Fnatic the favorable fight, at least to control the area of showers.
Juggle
But look at
finds
the
a TP.
progress. And Demon 1 outdoes Durka. And now Alpha's going to have problems backing away. Bushio's got him dead. Oh, come on! How does Alpha win that fight?
Is that another mini-map moment for Bustio?
It felt like it. He had time on that.
EG answer back though. Alpha will fall. Boaster now in a position to try and do some damage.
Oh, he's seen
Spots
so
too,
much.
yeah. We're gonna know about at least a third.
I don't know what he's meant to do with this, though. It's like you just caught glimpses, wisps of those locations. And now Demon 1 stops Chronicle in his tracks. Boaster and Leo, I'd back away at this point. Like, what else are you meant to do? You got Demon 1 watching any sort of access. Jordan basically closing him out of this round.
We'll dig a little deeper. Might need to
The
catch Leo, he does.
timing, just as he was backpedaling away.
Wait, supposed to get past it. I mean, they're going to try and find him regardless. Boaster stands tall for the first. It'd be huge if they could remove this rifle. It's only Boaster and Leo at 1900.
But the fight, 21 against 23 HP. Joker's got him. Okay, rifle out of the hands. Finally, EG take a little bit of a buffer to this lead.
And actually, a little bit of breathing space. Because now you force Fnatic to completely readdress the back end of this half.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Looking here on the player cam.
Yeah, look,
he
minimap,
looks
he
up,
looks
he
up.
looks up, minimap.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That's twice now we've seen
Yep.
it in fairly pivotal moments as well. Demon 1 back on the operator now. Tour de force available. Fnatic is 3 going to swing out. Nobody on the other side of things.
It's a weird guy as well.
Yeah, Frenzy, Sheriff, Stinger, 2 rifles. Some ultimates to invest here potentially.
They've got to clear down by B short so meticulously. There's 2 players pushed deep and they haven't been presented this yet. Nice work from them. Okay. Oh, doesn't matter. Durka beheads Jorgamo. And they've done the damage now. They can back away from that.
Yep, create an advantage. This time able to reset off the back of it. Previously, a lot of pressure followed up on that first blood from EG. Busio has to get something done here, though. Chronicle's drifted into showers. Busio wins it.
Okay, they actually made some space on this. They had nothing on their side, really, apart from just that little kind of cubby approach. Now with the plant going down, a little bit of safety in showers, the Seekers, they can't make the most of them. Demon 1, start feeling that pressure going his way, but he deals with it so well. Oh, Durka!
On the TP.
On the TP. And now a 2v2. Leo and Dirk are up against Ethan and Com. They don't want to be saving these weapons anymore. They want to take the fight on this one. Ethan's still on the site. The cross can be watched by Com. Ethan sends back Dirk, and now it's Leo. Oh, the swing! Run and gun from Ethan. Nastiness now.
With light investment here from Fnatic. Obviously playing towards the final round. Showstopper. 3 away for Durka. Orbital Strike and a pit to work with. Oh. Gorgeous from Durka.
Nice!
And EG stretching their legs a little bit now.
When you hit the running gun.
When it hits just right.
Is this pace? 3-2 split towards the B side. Durka is going to put his body on the line. He'll defend this if he has to himself. Already going to take away the first. That was Boostio trying to lean in. Flash goes in. Durka's ahead again. He holds the line so well. Any more? No. This time he gets dealt with by Ethan. But that's just the front line of this. Rotations are a mile away, though. Alpha and Chronicle only just leaving that site.
I think that's why EG second-guessed this, to be honest. They're expecting a wave of pressure to come back their way. They're waiting out this smoke now. Demon One has to respect it. Tour de Force in hand. But now, possibilities opened up for him. We'll note Chronicle's position on the back of the snake bite.
Demon One. That's a chance! Huge shot from him. 2v2 now. Tag towards Alpha, very light, but they work forward. 40 seconds down. Now they don't. Oh, Ethan! He is starting to heat up here in Alpha. The 1v2! It ain't gonna happen! EG figuring it all out!
Heroics in the last round from Demon One and Ethan. And a big lead for EG to pull out here on Bind, where historically Fnatic have looked flawless.
This is just...
Ethan's getting colder and colder as the rounds pass.
He's such a scary player if he keeps playing like this, but Demon One
Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Yes.
perfect on that chamber too, making it look very viable. But the Rainer on the side switch is going to be very tricky to bring into effect. So much more to be seen, but for now we are standing by with an interview in GB.
Thank you so much, Sue. Yes, I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Jake and Bake here. You may have seen him a few times in a couple IRL streams. Can't seem to not find you at these events. We always seem to run into each other here.
Yeah, I'm always wandering around with all the plebs, hanging out, you know, in the crowds, having fun with the people.
So I know you're very familiar with Japan, and you've come here a whole bunch of times. You've lived here as well. Yep. But how has this experience met, like, even your expectations? Because it really feels like the Japanese community just came out in full force to support this event.
Yeah. Honestly, I went to the Copenhagen event as well.
Yeah.
But coming here, I really like this. The crowd seems to be like super respectful, and like everyone's like joining in and just cheering on everybody. I've been doing like, little interviews with some of the fans, and like, who are you here for? Who are you here to see? And they all seem to like have their favorites, but they're very like still happy to see the other team do well. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no, and I think that's part of the reason why so many people have really resonated with what's been happening over here. It really feels like the fans have really made this whole thing come alive. You know, and I guess, you know, that being said, I really do want to get your thoughts on, like, you know, like esports in Japan, because obviously, like, you know, fighting game community pops off over here all the time, but this obviously is a much different beast. Did you see this coming when you were out here before?
Man, I went to like a big LAN party out here before, so I saw like some of that, but it is cool to see the esports grow, especially with the PC games, because usually, like, I mean, obviously console's so big out here, so that's something that's definitely been growing in the past year. So when I was here, like living here six years ago or so, I think slowly developing some different games being played, but it's fun seeing Valorant be played too.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Well, I have a few more seconds with you. Just want to ask you real fast, who you rooting for? Who you think is going to walk away with this?
Okay, I gotta say I'm here for EG. However, Boaster is my boy.
He is the he's that
Me
boy.
and Boaster, we go way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right, I respect it.
I'm a little torn. I'll be happy for either, but it's rough. It's honestly rough.
Honestly, it's my thoughts exactly. It's very hard to. But you know what, hey, brother, always a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Well.
Back to you guys over at the desk.
Jacob actually, a little bit of a fiend of his old IRL streams. Used to love a bit of that. Anyway, focus on the game. Sorry, I got distracted.
On mainstream?
Yeah, that's the one. Look, it's fine. Less views than Tarek. It's all good, don't worry. 4-8. Fnatic haven't got the strongest of leads this time. There's a chance, but Michael, let's be realists about this. It's Rainer and it's Chamber now on the defending side.
Yeah, and if anything, with this lead now, it's where actually the focus shifts in terms of the prep here for this comp for EG. So they have to take this chance to close out a map here. Fnatic looking to pop on the back of this Trailblazer here. Boostio got to be careful.
Anyone help him? Nope.
He needs to get a kill and dismiss.
Oh my God, he did! He absolutely did it! Now he falls and Ethan's in danger. Goes for a double dip on this as well. Back in with that frenzy, just trying to hope for something to maybe land, but...
Well, chip damage done. Durka and Alpha at least brought down to 80.
Jogger on the other side of the map has taken a lot of room.
A lot of space, yeah.
I'm surprised that Demon 1 hasn't maybe decided to rotate. I mean, I guess there's a bit of a window.
I think he's coming across now.
They're walking showers. Wait.
This is so proactive from EG.
Yeah, this is actually nuts. If Demon 1 can keep their attention maybe towards Heaven or, like, you know, work on that, the map gets very
Boaster's
small
looking
here.
this way in the smokes.
30 seconds.
He's going to hear the steps.
timing.
Com's going to hear all of this. He's got to call it out here. Decides to pull the trigger. That's a spike down and the follow-up as well. EG not out of the woods yet. Durka and Alpha, a dangerous duo. But Ethan's position, do they even consider it? 13 seconds. He can wait here patiently. The spray from the frenzy, not going to find what he wants. Information now starting to be gathered, but Durka barely breathing. 12 HP, it's not enough. And now it's all on Alpha. A 1v3 is out of the realms of reality. EG up to 9.
This re-clearance is so well timed by EG. You even noticed the Jorgamo, other side of the map, total control of the extremity. Very deep information.
That timing.
The com actually follows through on this. Boaster was looking this way before he
Yeah.
popped into his iPad for the smokes.
It's
Just half a second here
Yeah.
and there.
But it's the fact that they were even exploring Shower at that point, right? Like, you get like a bit
Like I
of
said,
an
the timing
trade.
is beautiful.
So good to see them that proactive. It puts Fnatic with another question mark to them, right? It's like, okay, well, this is a bit weird now. All right, we can still do some serious damage here. The amount of rounds that Fnatic are turning, very, very possible. Doesn't get helped when you do have Demon 1 with that free Guardian, but Durka gonna respond with pace. But Jorgamo all too aware of his tricks. Demon 1, careful now. Did he connect on Alpha there?
He did, yeah.
Of
Guess the
course.
tag. 58 converts the second. Looking to
There's the
farm up
frag.
a little bit towards the Tour de Force. Actually, yeah, drifted all the way out past Mountain here.
If Boaster goes down here, this round's Jova. It is.
Spike down B.
Leo and Chronicle, a million miles away, basically. It looks like EG are just trying to hunt them down across the map. They can't even cross up. You've got, what, Demon 1 watching that? Hello. I found you. Oh, dear.
Hard clip. Whoa, okay.
And Leo's still alive. Hold on. Oh, probably not much longer.
30 seconds left.
Anything else will be big damage. Oh,
Big boys hit.
yeah. We bring across two Bulldogs and the Marshal here for Demon 1. Who's 17 and 8, by the way, on the chamber.
When did we last see a chamber come out, to your mind? I'm trying to think if we saw it during any regular season play. Did anyone?
I mean, certainly not EME8.
I don't think so, yeah. And it looks so good in his hands, though. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, it actually looks pretty solid. Now, bonus round for EG. Three full rifles and the two Bulldogs. On the other side, decent buy. Now, no big ults work towards it. It was mostly Alpha having impact. Yes, Durka's not a million miles off, but it's still pretty far away. So nothing to tip them over the edge here.
Strange setup here, actually, from EG. You see Com actually boosted up outside showers. Spike not committed just yet, but fairly indicative of an A-site hit here for Fnatic. One's looking to maybe bait in Com a little bit. And the TP away, but the flash catches in. Durka with the hard clearance. Chronicle follows through.
Such heads-up work between Durka and Chronicle, still to clear deep. And this is all just Falling very nicely for Fnatic right now. EG going for a little bit of a quirky setup, found almost zero value.
Well, probably being actually 2 Bulldogs and a Marshall brought in. Look at the funds here. Jorgamo down at 150. Ethan, Bulldog in hand, but down at 50 credits as well. Going to try and protect the purchase here. Maybe, yeah, I was going to say maybe a chance to get a judge in the hands of Jorgamo. But that's a massive round win for Fnatic because 4 rifles carried across. See, with the credits available there, actually puts them back into position to protect a light shield purchase following on from that as well.
I just still can't believe how diligently they cleared that. Again,
yeah.
they had the dog to go through, right? Gets dealt with by Demon One.
Yeah, Demon One tries so hard to bait a little bit of presence to play Com in, but...
Maybe if Com wasn't fully white at that point, he could have done something, but they were still checking.
I mean, there's a total lack of pressure from short as well. I think Jorgamo, I was curious actually if he took the chip damage before, but it's actually on this swing here. Durka a little bit frustrated there, to be honest, yeah.
In Series 16-11, they're, you know, doing pretty well here. Something's got them a little tilted, it looks
That's
like.
the mini effect. Striving for perfection time and time again.
Now, what we have in this round is 2 rifles, the Bulldog, and bits and bobs. Now, hey, Demon One has got that Headhunter, so I guess that's a Guardian as well in hand. 5 to 10, though. Look at where Demon One is. Observers,
if you
thank
can, yeah.
Love you guys. Couriers. Demon One, though, has really slipped.
Boasted didn't catch this. There's a trip here, and he actually walks into it.
Just completely tunnel vision. Now he's trying to scurry away. There was so much potential for that.
You almost want to see him just sit on that trip, to be honest with you. Wait to catch somebody, because Alpha's going to retrieve the orb, and that gives them the neural theft and a safe body to convert it on.
Time to scurry. He's going to come back around and invest that
I know exactly.
At this point, though, it's just going straight on in. Oh, they were so ready for it. As soon as he got airborne, it's brought back down to earth. Leo outdoes Com comfortably. And the plant's going to come in. All off the back of Demon One there, really. Bit unfortunate, that could have been everything.
It could.
All that potential.
Like I said, he's given a little bit of space to work as well. Boaster doesn't catch him on that market cross initially.
Yeah.
Opts to try and take the trip away. And there's just so many Fnatic bodies here. Even if he's able to get around from that. Jorgamo, I didn't even catch that showstopper hits the box on short, but there's a world there where it does a ton of damage on short in that choke point. You'll respect it from Jorgamo, but another situation here, Ethan's holding on to a Bulldog.
Being left on these broken buys.
Yeah, 500 credits apiece for Jorg and Com. Anyone will be in a position to purchase back here, or maybe even drop across. I didn't note the progress towards the Tour de Force just yet. 3 away. EG, I was going to say, calling timeout here. You need to get a grip on the finances, to be honest, because you don't like seeing 2 back-to-back saves where there's light investment around it, and then things can spiral out of control.
Oh yeah, by the time you have like a fair round against them, it feels like you're back at 10-10.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Well, because on the other side of things, Fnatic basically have 2 or 3 buys in hand now, so they're in a position to now play a little looser, maybe take some engagements, a few more risks here, because...
And also that ult cycle is going to start looking real nice.
Yeah, I mean, 2 away from the showstopper here, 3 off the orbital strike, and even here with EG. Assumption being they're going to be on a lesser purchase. Opportunity to farm up some orbs if Fnatic choose to. Curious to see actually if there's a big switch up here from EG. Fnatic have been able to run the clock down a little bit on some of these rounds. Haven't seen really any proactivity from EG since the pistol round, really. Maybe that Demon One fast push out through hookup.
Doesn't make it that space though. Fnatic, going to start to be on red alert. Yes, they have that purchase in hand and one probably to follow. Yeah, the ult's starting to come through, but there is still a deficit on the board, but it can be closed up quick. 6 to 10, it's not a million miles away. And on the other side, the most deadly thing is in the hands of Boostio. Bulldog there as well for Ethan.
I must wait a moment.
Early clear towards Shower. That looks like the end goal for them.
We'll notice Stinger as well on the other side of things. One will actually retrieve the orb. So 2 off the Tour de Force now. Com actually 1 away from the orbital strike as well. That could be crucial here if Fnatic look to slow things down towards a late round hit. Boostio going exploring though.
Are you kidding me right now?
He's spotted.
He's still trying to take this fight here. He's got to get out of danger. They're trying to play in Demon 1 a little. Didn't get much of a chance to really work off that. And now they want to close the gap. Durka to the hunt. It's much closer. Boostio just playing on the other side of these walls. Souza drops the grand reveal. Dismisses away. Needs to get out to safety. He can't quite make it deep enough. But he's taking Chronicle with him. Falls away again. Making Reyna look way too viable. He's up against a full buy from Fnatic. And now the rest of EG are on the side, excluding Demon 1, who's holding that TP, just in case they decide to take it. Lucio again spots out Durka, still standing somehow. Just watching for that cross, double checking no one's in showers.
Fnatic are actually trying to wait out the Empress here. So Lucio gets a kill. He can't pin it down. Durka will trade it out finally.
Uh-oh, showstopper, but he got the trade. Hold on.
That's huge from Com.
Yeah, this is still doable for EG, but Alpha and Leo, full rifles across them. On the other side, Headhunter for Demon 1 and the Bulldog for Ethan. Does have a heal. They're both playing towards elbow. They're getting a little proactive. They're looking for the fight here. Demon 1 on the other side. He's going to spot the barrel. He knows the other player. Oh, just a second away. Gets the rifle too. 10 bullets to play with and Alpha on the other side. He's just going to stick this one out to perfection, surely. Alpha's going to swing it. He does. Alpha makes no mistakes. And Fnatic close to dropping that one. But again, gets 7 up on the board now. 1 round closer to tying this up.
A ton of damage done in this round from EG. D1 almost just relying on the mind games here. Alpha hopping back in the spike out. It's tough for Boostio.
Yeah.
With all that time that passes and he's finally in a position to take an engagement.
Bro, what are you doing?
D1 trying to snatch things from under Fnatic's nose.
Tour de Force is out. On the other side, Leo 1 away. 2 off from Chronicle. That buy staying pretty strong here. This is going to be on Demon 1. Does he dare dip his toes ahead of this? You can see him considering it, but it's 4 players over there. Danger starting him out. He decides to back up. Okay, careful now.
A weird TP set up for an aggro peek on short, but D1 actually playing behind it. Lucky not to get punished by the Trailblazer there.
Struggling with a quick check, but you can see Fnatic still just holding patiently in this one. D1 waiting for that moment to strike, but they're evading his sightlines so diligently. He's not been given much of a chance here.
Molly committed here. Actually, sounds like Com might pop the orbital strike here. He's looking to pop it here. Slow field comes through, but actually nobody caught inside that.
Alpha, Boaster, it's Com waiting. Patience pays, gets both, and gets away with his life. Jorgamo forced to fight forward and catch him a little off guard, but his Chronicle left alive in a 1v3. 26 HP, and not much more to be said about this round with 13 seconds. Spike left loose. EG suffering through this, making it through another. That's gonna be 11 now for them.
Great commitment here from Demon 1. Like I said, nearly caught off guard by the Trailblazer. I think initially here it's Demon 1 to try and find a pick and then commit the orbital strike on the slow field. Maybe one of the things that EG has cooked up with his composition.
Wow.
Yeah, see with the commitment behind this, Com goes huge to find 2 here though. The snap onto Alpha. Beautiful follow-up. Seekers and an orbital strike available here for Fnatic.
Those some key stakeholders, but man on the other side, the big gun himself, Demon One. There it is, delivers perfectly. Dirk is dead in this round. No chance to get back on his feet here.
Watching this spot.
Fnatic to continue in that path, or do they adjust? And you can already see a little bit of a dip back as well. Get that heal back up. Demon One now sitting pretty. Pressure starting to be felt on the other side of the map here. Busio can't back away.
Miss on the leer, actually, yeah.
So comfortable, the shortness of those leers. So Leo's got him pretty pinned here, calling over Ethan for a bit of help.
There's no second player from Fnatic, though. The flash will allow safe passage on the way back through. Trailblazer to clear. Will actually catch the stun onto Boaster.
And now you need the support system, right? Because, yeah, Busio's got Boaster dead. Spams it out, dismiss away. Does he get away? No, he doesn't. Chronicle catches him in the heels. They're looking to try and springboard off this lovely little flash to slow them down here. Look at Alpha creeping closer on the other side of the map. It's still not done yet. And Ethan, the time to check on this is gorgeous. So much information on that.
30 seconds left.
Did they see Alpha?
Spotted? No, he didn't.
Oh, Alpha! He's so deep on this too. And the rest of them up close and personal comms got no idea the Chronicle's right next to him as well. Big denial! Takes out one. Does he get the follow-up? No. Alpha's taking door. Chocobo down. Still holding on. 13 seconds overwhelmed. And the 1v1.
10 seconds left.
Sky v Sky. Ethan up against Leo. And oh, it's gonna be Ethan! I thought it was Leo's every day of the week. But Ethan holds strong, holds firm, and gets them to 12.
EG on map point here
What a sentence.
to make the dream run
I've got your trail, pathetic.
a possibility once again. Against all odds here on Bind as well.
Bind, like the cornerstone, the historical best map for the likes of Fnatic, right? People used to avoid this as long as they could against them. But I guess we weren't wrong with the whole gotta get a little weird, gotta get a little out there, gotta try and play a different game. You play a traditional game against Fnatic, you will lose. Maybe you bring out a Chamber or a Reina and it looks fantastic.
Fundamentals just looking amazing this map from EG.
But it's not over yet.
Nope.
A reiteration, this is Fnatic. Until that final kill, that final second, whatever it may be, is in. You are not done yet, but Busio getting a little ahead of himself there.
Tried to layer a couple of bits of utility there, set in motion, but Fnatic looking to change the pace here.
Big info. Uh-oh, they're stuck. They gotta run for cover. Alpha already took down Ethan. The site looking very vulnerable. Busio trying to backfill that space. Chocobo spams away, catches Boaster. That was the spike going down, doesn't drop out of the window, but close enough too. Chronicle gonna catch Busio and the clear comes in. Fnatic sweeping the site. And this should be EG full on saving.
EG getting a little caught off guard here. And with this early aggression from Busio and Ethan, immediately Fnatic flipped the switch and tried to punish.
Teleport's ready.
Operator will be carried across.
That works.
There'll be another lifeline actually for Fnatic in terms of the finances. As we sit at a 5-round gap, 4 soon to be. No ultimates available for Fnatic. Not sure of Ethan, Jorgamo and Busio's progress, but one off the orbital strike for Com.
They're getting closer.
So Com should be called to high alert there with the TP.
No worries. But it is a quick and a stark reminder, you're facing Fnatic now.
Yeah, and the tough thing being EG haven't got any sort of stability. It's another situation where Jorgamo and Ethan are struggling financially. Haven't been able to really solidify themselves.
I guess the one bonus is they do have the likes of Demon One with that operator still.
Sure.
Keeping that in hand,
Absolutely.
you get a little bit of a benefit.
Big swing factor.
Right, so it's like maybe with that, if he's in the right place.
As well, actually Jorgamo, one off the showstopper, so if they can get that online, maybe with a kill with a shorty and Fnatic drift back towards short. Looks like initially they've got their sights set towards B. We'll be testing this operator once again.
Follow up now, 3. Draws the attention on the first, sees 2
Big
more cross.
info.
He knows that there's so many players here. Does he get the timing right? Not this time. forced to respect it, but doesn't particularly fall away. The combat operator himself, but he's lost his teammate. Com's gone down. Demon 1 checked on, so heads up. Durka reading him like a book. And now Ethan gets ahead on this. Does he dare commit? He has to now. Hand forced, and Durka delivers. This guy in finals is just a little different. Oh, and Jorgamo smacks his head on the way out. He ain't having much here. Flawless round from Fnatic. Prime Gaming flawless. But more importantly, that's taken the operator away. It's taken the wind out of their sails. And that is everything that Fnatic would have wanted to do.
Yeah, it's huge. EG will be forced now to make a decision of how they want to approach this B-side hold. Yeah, blind. Because Fnatic doubled down. Previous round,
Yes!
they look to punish, they look to pinch that aggression through hooker. This time around, just throwing everything at that site. I think that's probably what's going to be discussed in this timeout here from EG. Because the financial woes continue. Jorgamo will be on a stinger here. Does have the showstopper, orbital strike on the back of Com as well, but it's key that that operator's removed.
Yeah, it takes away a big tool. Now, with 25 seconds till it's done, how much can Potter relay to EG here? Because she's working OT on that. Now,
laying down the law.
100%. Now, there's some big ults to bring in, right? As you noted, there's some key elements that could do well here. Do they get a chance to use it? Does Fnatic keep leaning back into these B pieces? Do they stack it out? Is that when Fnatic switch things up? All of these questions are in your head, right? Like this timeout coming in now, you still walk away with a whole lot of questions because Fnatic take back that momentum. They now are slightly determining the outcome more, the pace getting more and more favorable.
They're the ones to command the tempo now.
Absolutely.
Definitely in the driving seat here. 3 members of EG committed towards B, at least to start off here, and maybe Alpha and Demon 1 will find an engagement outside showers. Although a deep contact camera from Alpha.
I like this response from Fnatic. It feels like it's somewhat all-encompassing, right? Just making sure there's no like naughtiness happening. Okay, Jorgamo, send him running. He doesn't connect. How didn't that land?
Leo's down to 23 HP. And on the other side of things, Alpha found Demon 1, gets a neural theft off. He finds Com as well.
Alpha's heating up. 21 kills are already in this game for him. That gap that EG formed feels smaller and smaller. Boostio eats the flash. It's got Ethan still alive too, but EG are in trouble, Mike. They are starting to sweat in this.
So we're going to try and fight back on this. Well, considering it at least, but you have to respect this. A 2v4, another situation where EG are clinging to 2 rifles. Won't be able to find a full purchase behind this either. Com down to 300, Demon 1 on 450. Jorgamo did bring a stinger into this, but a set piece around the showstopper amounts to nothing but chip damage.
I thought he was good for that one.
It looked, I mean, yeah, raise ult things.
Yeah, but also then to kind of add to that, the loss in shower as well. The success for Alpha there, to be able to do that sort of damage, you've won out on both extremities, right? Like bigger picture, that's everything. Double digits now found for Fnatic. This is when you test your mettle. This is when you start getting nervous.
My camera is just half a second late for the trade as well.
Where is everyone hiding?
But Fnatic could truly crush EG's dreams in these next 2 rounds. I don't know if they make it through OT, Mike. We're not there yet.
Yeah, we go to that point again where we're talking about the resilience here. EG in uncharted territories in a grand final of an international event, Lauren.
Very few people, very elusive title to even make it onto these sort of stages. Now forced to fight. Demon 1, Boostio, forced to face the music as Durka. Again, doing so much damage. Taking away Boostio instantly. Demon 1 solid down. Fnatic so ready. They're so ready though. Look at this. Look at this setup. They're reading you every step of the way. Even with their advantages, it doesn't matter. They're down to 2 players. EG are falling to pieces here.
Can Com get anything done here? Boombot one spot him actually, but he will be noted on the cage. It's just one Leo, quick to trade. Now Ethan, who feels like he's been alive for an eternity, the amount of times he's saved. EG protecting the purchase for round 24. It comes down to it again.
I can't believe
the third time we've seen a round 24 between these two teams.
They're gonna have nightmares.
Yeah.
Nightmares of this, Mike. This is gonna haunt them day and night. EG, you felt like they had so many chances, but we said it then and we'll say it again. It's Fnatic you're facing. It says number 2 next to their name underneath it is where they qualified, certainly not by any other metric. First by all accounts. Winning that last event lock-in, tucked by their name. Big victory for them after that huge investment, bringing the best they could get. Best that was around. It's got them this again, finals. Now, OT or GG, we go to the next map, let's find out. It's 11-12. We've got the operator back out for Demon 1, ult there for Com, but not much else to really, I guess the Empress as well for Boostio, but there's still a very good buy here with Fnatic. They have everything they want, a couple of key ults. They've got almost that full hand.
And the key being actually, I was seeing Durka consider the operator. Yeah, he's actually picking up the operator here. Showstopper in hand for him. Empress and an orbital strike for EG, but it all comes down to this now.
Triple operator?
What the hell is this?
Wherever Demon 1's holding, he's got an op against him. Flash is there.
Durka creeping onto this deep angle. Trailblazer might just spot him yet, but won't catch, no stun.
They've seen the operator. Does that then play into Demon 1's mind a little?
We've seen one of them.
They don't know about the others yet. Okay, there are rifles on the ground, so they've kind of filtered those through. So it's actually just Alpha with his. He's sticking on this one. Demon 1's got the angle here.
He's trying to reposition now. I don't want to see him get caught off guard.
Oh, this is so tense. This is everything. It's a 3-2 split towards that A site, surely. And in matters of seconds, matters of moments. What can they achieve? Ults. Invested Demon 1! Grounds Durka and waits for that next pressure point pouring in through Shower. They've already made it out. Leo taking a boatload of damage though, down to just 14 HP, and Demon 1 still breathing. Couldn't bring down the guillotine in time. And Alpha, he's answered back as well. Com, run and hide for a second. Ease off the pace. And now, 4v3 retake. First fight could be Alpha. Does he get forced off the angle? Does he have a fair shot of this one? Boostio doesn't want any of it. He might have to. Oh, what a shot! Boostio! How did you see that? With a post plant.
Snakebite's coming in.
This is going to be timed to perfection. It's not going to be easy, because it looks like it's going to be OT. A 1v3 for Com, and he's got no time to play with now. Face the music and face OT. Fnatic taking us all the way.
And that's got to be a blow to the mental of EG. A handful of chances to close this one out. Take us to Ascent.
Oh, man.
But Fnatic strike back. This was such an insane round. What is that from Boostio?
We thought it was pressured before. This is what it's all about. This truly could be Fnatic's moment now. Dragging it back 5 rounds in a row. Again, EG with that glimmer of hope to watch it get snuffed out in front of their eyes. But it ain't done yet. Information, both sides. Maybe that brawl on B-Long.
Exchange comes through nice and early, but EG respecting this smoke. Boostio trying to actually find a bit of information over the top, but one overwhelmed.
My God.
The pinch is beautiful.
And they're just falling apart in pieces. The swing, not bad though. Com's gonna get Leo there and put Boaster a little alone. Sprays in, hopeful to maybe dissuade their approach towards B, but nothing's denying them now.
Boaster's forced all the way off this. Snakebite doesn't land. Second one, neither. But Durka on the flank, look at him. He's coming all the way back past Fountain.
How do you even consider this? Com should be dead, right? Does he even give it a little bit of a glance? Does he even look that other way? No. The impending doom, the Reaper himself, Durka getting closer. Sat in the smoke on the other side is Com. And now the reveal, hello! Say goodbye. It's down to Ethan and Boostio. Back to the wall. Durka's there. Ethan does the best he can. He's got to do so much more. He's trying so desperately. Everything he had. And it won't be enough. Fnatic take the lead in OT.
In a position to close out the 3-0 now. Dragging this back to its absolute limit. Can EG cling to life here? No operator in play. Initially starting here with a heavy lean towards Showers, actually. It's only Alpha on the other side of things. Haven't seen Alpha feel much pressure in this variation of the default, and EG will call a timeout here.
And do you know what the worst thing is? You look around, right? Look around this arena. You can catch it on the screen. It's not sure if you can see it. The crowd's already moving up. They can smell the blood in the water, and it's all on Fnatic's side. It's sparse on EG's. It's a really rare and strange feeling to watch the whole crowd almost against you in that moment. They understand that Fnatic are one away, and EG have to learn this lesson today, and it can be one of the hardest ones they'll ever have to learn. But they can send these people back to their seats. They can take us into another round of OT, another map. It's all in their hands. What the hell can Potter say in moments like this to try and keep them back on track?
Actually looking fairly stoic here.
Yeah.
Almost looking as if she's responding to something being discussed internally. Fnatic one round away from making history here in Tokyo. And yeah, everyone on their feet now.
Yeah, they can smell it.
Ready for this winning moment, potentially, here in round 26 on Bind.
It's not done yet. EG can still turn this tail around. They can still take us to another map. But Fnatic, by all rights, have looked faultless. Durka is almost dropping a 30 here. Every single player stepping up for Fnatic. Can EG change the tune? First challenger, Durka and Demon One potentially. Durka wants a bit of it.
Demon One hanging around as well.
I'm afraid.
Doesn't want to concede this space. Spike not committed yet, so this is an early probe from Fnatic. A slow approach. They find themselves on championship point.
Just setting the tempo, letting them sweat a little more. 50 seconds now.
This is so tense.
Fate depends on it. First is found, Alpha. Destroys Boostio. Chronicles found Jorgamo. It's down to just 3. Ethan, Demon One, Com. There's so many players against you. Durka's starting to stride through the map, eats the flash, so has to fall away for a second, but doubles down. And Fnatic now surely are just moments away. A 2v4. Difficult to say the very least. Time's there. Demon One finally making it to the site, but Alpha waiting on the corner. He wants this done. He wants him dead. Demon One, the last man standing. And Fnatic, surely now, this moment is theirs. 40 HP for Demon One, and they're just not letting him get that room. They're not entertaining the idea. Leo, the one to send him away again, as Fnatic's dynasty starts today. Back-to-back international winners, the first of their kind. Incredible run from Fnatic.
What a moment. History made here in Tokyo. Heartbreaking for EG after the run they've had, but Fnatic stand tall once again in the International Grand Finals.
Take a moment for these boys, though.
Absolutely.
Miracle run from them. Truly magnificent work. They should be proud. Heads held high. They did their region proud when everyone doubted them. They came out and fought an incredible game. No one pushed Fnatic like them. No one. crowd knows it too.
Gained a lot of support along the way as well.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, causing upsets